Absolutely.
Good morning, Rory Marsden. Welcome to Yellow Shelf, Rory.
Thank you so much for asking me to participate, Joe. It's lovely to be here.
It's my pleasure. Rory, you have a book series of 8 books.
I
And you're
do,
going
and
to,
the eighth one has just released today.
oh my
So it's
God,
such a good day to do this interview because today is
perfect.
today.
Well, I'll put it in the show notes, but what's the latest book title called?
So the latest book is called The City of Turquoise and Gold. And
Ooh,
this city is part of my fictitious medieval landscape. So mostly we're in Europe and we're kind of in the United Kingdom, but I have this amazing country called Malrovia. Malrovia is actually the county of Norfolk, which is where I live, and is part of England. But Malrovia, my country, is not part of England. So there is a border between Malrovia and England. And this border takes the form of a very wide, fast flowing river. So anyone who wants to cross from one country to the other has to cross the river. And the city of turquoise and gold is part of Malrovia. It's built in Malrovia by a man who is very well trusted and liked by my main hero. My hero, though, doesn't always have good judgment. So the city is not entirely what it seems to be, and nor is the man who built it. And in this book, which is, as you say, book 8 of the series, we kind of uncover why this city was built, what it stands for, and yeah, lots of hidden nastiness is revealed during the course of that. Things that the hero of the whole series, the hero stays the same through the series. He's
yes.
he's the thread that runs right through everything, along with many of the other characters too. But he has to find out all these things, and it's almost soul destroying for him
Yeah.
to uncover what's been going on behind his back, which he never knew anything about. So
Yeah.
that's 8, yeah. But the whole series, it's a medieval epic fantasy series. It's what I call, or I think what is actually called, low fantasy. There's no dragons, there's no aliens, um, and the magic is quite subtle.
Okay.
But because I do have a sort of fictional geography, and there is a little bit of well, there's actually quite a lot of alchemy and other forms of medieval style magic. So that's the fantasy element. It's all based in the late 13th century. So that's my time period. And I do stick very closely to what was current at that time and link things to true historical events of that time.
Yeah. And Rory, this is written for those who are into medieval adventurous
Yeah,
epic novels,
yeah,
would you
that's
say?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially if you enjoy a saga. I have a sort of tagline to my saga, which is love, legacy, and heroic sacrifice.
Ah,
And that's really what the whole series is about. I mean, it's very much engaging with people's relationships, the falling in of love and falling out of love, and the yeah, the heroic sacrifices, like people who think they are behaving heroically, and then it turns out that it was all in the wrong cause to start with. And yeah, yeah, lots of sort of management of expectations, lots of relationships going wrong or disintegrating under the strain of life in in medieval Europe. So yeah,
yeah. And Rory,
that,
is it fair to say you need to read the books in order? Like, tell us what, if we're watching for the first time and we're hearing about the series of books, I guess it's called The Tales of Castle Roy. Like, that's the series. So there's all these books in it. Is that the best way to start? Read.
yeah. The best way to start is with book one. I mean, I do think they can be approached in the middle, and I've found series myself like that other authors have written where
Yeah,
I've happened upon book 5 or something, and I've enjoyed it so much I've then gone back
you
to the
go back.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So you can do that, but really the very best way is to start with the first book. Are we recording this just as an audio, or have we got video as
No,
well?
you and I we're recording this as face to face.
Recording.
This will go out on YouTube. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I
Hold,
can
yeah,
show
hold it
my
up. Hold it
show my
up. Yeah.
book. So okay, so I wasn't sure if there was any sort of
No, no.
visual. So this is the first book, The Box of Death, and this is probably there's definitely the one to start with, and then you meet all the characters that you're going to
Sure.
meet
Yeah,
and
that makes
find
sense.
out much more about, and the whole thing sort of grows and develops. Um, but the thing that I think is perhaps unique to my series,
Sure.
I don't know how many books there will be. Um, I'm hoping for something like between 20 and 30 books in
Wow.
yeah, quite an amazingly epic saga.
Yeah.
But I have actually written the final book already,
Okay.
and the final book is a big surprise.
Okay.
So I've written that. So I'm kind of working now from my book one through the rest of the
To the
series
end.
to
Yeah.
end up with the one that I've already written.
Yeah.
And I hope that people listening and watching to our interview and or coming across the books in anywhere at all will really want to go on that journey and follow
Yeah.
right to the end of the series and find out what happens. Um, the whole thing is written from the point of view of the main character,
Yeah.
who is the lord of a substantial estate in Malrovia, which, as I mentioned, is my
Yes.
made-up country. So he owns an estate there, and he owns a castle, and he is supposed to be the lord in charge. Um, and he writes a journal. So the books are basically his journal, his
Okay.
writing about what's happened. So everything is from his point of view and his feelings and his self-doubt, which is really enormous. He does not have great self-confidence,
Sure.
although he's always trying to put on this show of, yeah, I'm in charge, I know what I'm doing. And it doesn't always quite work. So that's also part of the heroic sacrifice. It isn't just the sort of physical battle scenes and rescues
Yeah.
and lots of sort of, action adventure stuff. It's also sacrifices that people have to make in their minds and with their loved ones, and the heroism that can be shown just by little things that you do.
Sure.
So, I think those things resonate very strongly with people of any age and
Yeah.
any time of history,
Yeah.
and we can relate to that. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, so go back to
Sounds
your original
good.
question.
Sounds
Start with book
good.
one and work your way through, which is actually what I'm doing when I'm writing it. So, yeah.
Ah, so tell us about you, Rory, as an author and what that journey, I guess from the first book. Yeah, what inspired you to start writing? Tell us about you.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm actually a scientist. Have a degree in biochemistry, and then I became a musician because my wife died when my children were little, and I decided to train as a teacher, and so that I could spend holidays with my kids.
Sure.
So I was teaching in schools, and I'd always done music,
Yeah.
and I taught music and science, and well, you have to teach everything if you work in primary
Sure.
schools. I don't know what it's like where you are, but that's what it's like.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I didn't really do much writing. I was very busy with my family. I was very busy with my work,
Yes.
and all of those things took up all my time. But this series started with the first book as a backstory to my house.
Okay.
When my children, they're grown up now, when they both moved out of living in my house with me, I had some empty rooms, and
Hmm.
I decided to make one of them into a sort of guest room, like an Airbnb kind of
Yes.
room. And I wanted to find a name for the room, and I came up with a name. Well, I came up with lots of names, but my mum didn't like any of them.
Yeah.
So you know what it's like when your mum doesn't like something.
Yeah,
That's
it
it.
doesn't work.
You
Yeah.
can't possibly do it, can you? So I had to find a name that she approved of,
Yeah.
and actually I did, and it was the name of part of a castle. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to now create the backstory to this. So I wrote the first book, The Box of Death,
Okay.
as the backstory to my room named for a castle, and my whole house then became a castle. Well,
Wow.
it
Yeah.
isn't.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
1970s bungalow, but
Yeah.
in my mind, it's a castle. And so I created this idea of a castle. I created a backstory for it, and it was really just for my mom and for me. And I read it to her, and she read it, and we both just enjoyed it. And I went on to a sequel, which I hadn't intended to do, but I was
Yeah.
enjoying it so much. I wrote the sequel, and then it just went on from there. And she kept saying to me, Rory, you should publish the books. I really like the books. You should publish them. And I kept saying, no, I don't want to do that. I'm just writing them for us so
Yeah.
we can enjoy this sort of
Yeah.
uh, this adventure, this kind of fantasy world, and
Yeah.
we can just enjoy it together. And well, so to cut the long story short, as they say, my mum died a couple of years ago, and I wanted to honor her. So
Oh,
I had to think of, it took me a long
yeah.
time, Joe, to come up with
Yeah.
what I wanted to do. But eventually I thought, Mum was always saying, publish your books. So
Yes.
that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that for her. And I'm just hoping that, I'm sort of honoring her belief in me by doing that. And
Yeah.
I've gone on, and I've loved it so much that I've gone on and written, well, as you know, 8 books
Many
plus
more
the
books.
final one.
Yes.
So sort of 9, but eight of them are available. And I want to, I want to complete it to justify her faith in me.
Yeah. Oh, that's so lovely. Such a lovely journey, and inspiration
Well,
behind the books. What was your mum's name? I guess. What is your mum's name? Yeah.
my mum's name is Joan,
Oh, beautiful.
Joan.
Yes,
Yeah, and
lovely.
she is the most wonderful person. I know, obviously, I'm her son. I'm going to say that,
Yeah,
but
that's good
other
though.
people have said it too. She was the most wonderful person, and I want to do her proud.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. Rory,
like
tell
the
us, I'm curious. Is this something I'm going to be watching on Netflix in about 5 or 6 years, or is that this thing? Am I just throwing that out there? Like medieval fantasy, just sounds like something my
Well,
husband
if you've
watches
got
on
if
Netflix.
you've got any Netflix contacts,
Well,
Joe, and you want to
who's
put this
watching?
idea in
Yeah.
front of them, no, I would love that. I
Okay.
really would. But I really just want people to read the books, and I'm going to do some audio books as well. They're not
Okay.
available yet, but
Sure.
that is in the pipeline. So there will
Well,
be
that's
some
good to hear.
audio. And also, if people are interested and they want, and they go on my website, I'm sure you're going to put details in your
Yes, I
show
will.
notes. But I have a website called talesofcastlerory.co.uk. And if people go on to that and they like what they see, they can sign up for my newsletter, which is completely free.
Yep.
And then they get, when they sign up, they then get access to a free novella, which is a sort of backstory of the backstory,
Ooh.
where the main hero and his best friend are young men, much, much younger than they are when the Box of Death starts the whole actual series off. And they're on crusade. They're on the Seventh Crusade, which takes place in Egypt, fighting with King Louis IX of France against the Saracens. The Crusades trying to convert everybody to Christianity, but it was a lot more than that. And they have these adventures. And so I wrote this. It's a short novella,
Okay.
and it's free for anybody who wants to sign up to my newsletter. So
Well,
and they
yep.
also get loads of other stuff as well.
Okay,
And
yeah, I had a look at your website before we were chatting.
did you?
It's very informative, goes right into about and curiosity around the book. So that's great. I'm going to put that in
Yeah.
the show notes, Rory.
Okay,
Thank you for
lovely.
sharing Tales of Castle Rory series with us. Sounds like there's many more to come. I think for anyone watching, they should try it out, see what they think, and obviously get in contact with you and sign up for your newsletter.
Well, I'd love to hear from any of your listeners and viewers if they want to contact me and they mention that they've heard about it on
Yeah.
this interview. That would be absolutely wonderful. And yeah, thanks so much for talking to me.
Oh, I
Been
love
really
it. Love it, love it, love it. Coming to a Netflix soon.
Yeah,
Rory, thank you for joining us.
it's a pleasure, Joe. Thank you so much.
Cheers.